What's up guys? So got myself new TV, 28 inches, widescreen, standard definition, 2 SCART ports. Best of all, cost nothing because the guy just wanted to get rid of it, so I came along and took it off his hands, which means, as my last video announced, the channel's back in business. And what this means, obviously, priority for my channel is to get recording gameplay again, Pacifism gameplay that is. Hopefully in time it might also mean a few Street Fighter videos, and I also bought Modern Warfare 3 today, so I don't know, maybe I'll put a couple of videos up of that, although I wouldn't feel at all compelled to watch them. But the main thing of course is Pacifism and trying to get 10 billion. I'm not worried about trying to become #1 again or break some crazy new target. If it happens, that's cool, but what I really want to do is break 10 billion. You know, I know I can because I was one gate away from doing it before, but I haven't done it, and it's good to have a target. Right now I'm enjoying having that challenge, and I've got to say I'm feeling pretty good having just started playing Pacifism again. The first sort of hour of playing it I got 3.8. The next night I got a 2.8, and then the night after that, yesterday now, I got this run which was 3.1. And the picture on this TV is quite clear, so it's much clearer than my old telly. So I feel a lot more confident going for tight escapes. I think some of my decision making is a bit questionable at times, but I feel good. I feel confident doing the dancing in, dancing out method. I'm really trying to milk that, make sure that whenever I go away from the cloud and into a gate, that I do a equal and opposite reaction back to try and avoid spreading the cloud out unnecessarily. And overall I'm just feeling quite sort of precise about my movements and my actions. I'm generally dying from some slightly unrealistic manoeuvres. Sometimes I'm going into the corners a bit too much, but that's just because I think I'm really feeling confident about my ability to get out of corners, so that's kind of a good thing, I guess. And the only problem I'm having is it does feel quite heavy at the moment when I'm playing, not in terms of lag, just like it feels like I'm putting a lot of effort into moving, but that could be just because I'm not used to playing the Xbox at all. My thumb's tired, I need to get it in better shape. Anywho, 700 million here, my GM is reasonably good. But in a second there's about to be, I'm very much in control right now. I'm letting the GM go a little bit, I'm playing a little bit loose perhaps, but overall things are going fine. I'm certainly not under any pressure. I would have seen I was on 1 billion by this point, and as long as I can make hay of these gates, things are looking good. But here I've stopped it because this gate now to the left of the ship becomes quite a problem. I mean, the main cloud of blue diamonds at the top of the screen, that's where it's at. If I can deal with that, then I can buy my survival for another while, and I'll get a lot of points from destroying it. But really there's only one gate. The obvious gate is the one that's right in the centre of this picture. The other ones are in the corner. You don't want to go there unless you have to. But I can see that it's turning in a bad way. Now even if it's kind of parallel with the gate, I don't mind going, parallel with the cloud, I don't mind going for that gate because I can still at least get some damage, even if it's not poking right into it. But the way it's turning, I've got to really pay attention to what it does and make sure I don't get myself killed trying to get it, because although the cloud is big, there's a lot of room to move around still. So let's see how this pans out. I really want to go for it, but it just wasn't on, it wasn't going to happen, and unfortunately I go a little while without hitting a gate, and that's all it takes to suddenly turn everything on its head. From being under no pressure, I'm under a lot more pressure. The blues are moving fast, there's a lot of them, and so my mindset after that situation was I've now got to do serious damage. I mean, you can survive those occasions where you've gone too long without hitting a gate, but you have to do damage when you get the chance. So this is kind of what got me killed in the end. My mindset now was just to do maximum damage with every gate, go in as deep as I could. So that was a bit loose again there, but what are you going to do? I was sort of panicking a bit. I felt like I really needed to get these blues under control. Maybe should have gone in there as well, I don't know. that was okay. So here, like I say, I felt under pressure to do as much damage as possible with those gates, and now I've got the sort of situation that I normally love. This is what I described in a previous video where I talked about using multiple gates in certain ways. And here you see how in the centre there are two gates forming a T shape. There's the obvious one I can get, but my ship is sort of facing. And then what I want to do here is use that explosion, the explosion created by the first gate, to go into the second one that's deep in the cloud. Now, it's not going to be easy because there's quite a gap between the two gates, and there's every chance that the explosion created by the first one won't give me enough cover to get to the second gate. But like I said, that one situation where I missed out on that one single gate, it put so much doubt in my mind about my ability to survive that I really felt I needed to maximise every opportunity I could to do damage to the blues. So I'd made my mind up as soon as I saw this situation kind of going into place that I would definitely go for this. And the thing is, I think that's what you got to do. You got to commit to things sometimes. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. Let's take a look. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Yep, it just wasn't gonna happen, but I tried to force it. What are you gonna do? I think if I do get to 10 billion, I'm sure at least one occasion I would have gone for something like that and it would have just come off. And yeah, you know, last 3 nights I've gotten 3 decent enough scores, which with a bit of luck could have gone bigger. And really, when I see it, all I can do is keep trying to put myself in these situations. If I can get a 3 billion-ish score every time I play, one of those I'll get lucky, and they'll maybe turn to a 4 or 5 billion score, and then you don't know what's going to happen. And I'd love to hear the thoughts of any other players who have gotten massive scores in the past and now wonder if they can get there again. I mean, especially if Nesserak or Tim Donia are watching, having gone further than anyone else, if they're still playing the game, I'd love to hear what they think about trying to get back to those heights. I mean, I personally, I don't sit down and think, oh, okay, now I'm really going to try and get 10 billion. I just try and play the game as normal, and if it happens, then it happens. And I mean, there, if I'd gotten that second gate, it would have created a lot of damage, and I would have gotten a big score too, because it was right in the thick of it. It would have released a lot of geome. And same as on the 3.8 the other night, I died there from taking a bit of liberty on the explosion, trying to go in too deep. And I think, if I remember correctly, it was looking quite clear if I just escaped that sort of needless death. But both of these deaths, the one in the 3.8 billion from the other day and this one, the main thing is I died doing the right thing. It wasn't a tactical error, it was just, sometimes you just got to push the envelope as far as you can. If you die doing that, then at least you're on the right lines. Alright, so it's good to be back, and hopefully some properly big scores coming up soon. See ya!